what I'll be talking about today is speech. And so speech has a segment of APIs that we can use to analyze speech to text, voice verification, speaker recognition, a number of other things that are pretty cool. There are some crossovers between this and other features within the cognitive analytics space, but we're going to focus on speech today, and we're going to talk about basically 3 primary APIs that are available in speech. So first of all, we have the Translator Speech API. The part that's really cool about this, if you have an application that has to operate throughout the world, and you really need to be able to translate what's going on, either to translate it from the native speaker's language to a common language such as English or maybe even Spanish or French or whatever you choose to use, or Chinese for that matter, you can actually go and have this translate to that common language that you're going to use to do the analysis that you want to do or to capture the information. You can also do the reverse, and you can actually do speech to text in that scenario as well and translate that into the native speaker's language, whatever they've identified their language as. Now, this is an automatic translation and a real-time translation tool. So ideally, if you're running a video, for instance, or you're doing some work with someone on, and you want to, you're producing a video out there and people want to do real-time translation, they'll just do real-time translation on the video or in the live feed, whatever you need from that perspective. It does it automatically for you. It is not perfect like every translation feature is, but it is very, very good and is used already in a number of areas, around the world that need to use this type of translation technique. Currently includes support for a variety of languages. You should go check the website as that update is being updated regularly, but it's just a few I wanted to call out, like Arabic, Chinese, French, German, Spanish. There's a lot of languages, of course, English. There's a lot of languages out there that are currently supported in the Translator Speech API. So it gives you that capability and adds flexibility to your application, and as a part of your globalization process, you will actually be able to take advantage of that. Another API is called the Bing Speech API. This is speech to text and back. So ideally, what we're trying to do in the Bing Speech API is the ability to say, hey, I want to search for jobs on Amazon, and it'll go out there and look for jobs on Amazon, return a bunch of books for you because it's Amazon. That was fun. But it'll also come back and take that back and it could talk it back to you. There's other ways to look at doing those kind of things. So once you jump into Bing Speech API, the goal is to transfer that speech to text, take the text that you have, do something with it, and potentially reverse it back from text back to speech. We can also leverage the speaker recognition API. This is one of the newer APIs. I believe it's still maybe in preview at the time of this recording. What speaker recognition does, it will actually can be trained to recognize voice patterns in the speech that you have. So if we think of those classic security movies like James Bond, you have to speak the language and do all those kind of things. This is that API that allows you to do that. So now you have the capability to identify and authenticate speakers. There's a pretty cool sample on this online talking about you can actually send. They actually show number of presidents doing their speeches, and the API will recognize which president it is. It also gives you the opportunity to train something to your own speech pattern and see how it works to identify you. So as you start thinking about this is an opportunity to add security to an application by asking for voice recognition, another piece of that, but it can also just be done to identify speakers. So if you just want to identify who's talking, you can actually use it for that. So those are the 3 core APIs. There's a custom speech service that's available as well, and the whole idea behind the custom speech service is to allow speech recognition when there's problems around in the recognition. So you can do things like reduce background noise. You can verify some of the vocabulary. There's some other things you can get in there that allows you to take advantage of some of this other speech recognition that's going on. So as you start looking at your applications and you're interacting with people you're interacting with speakers in the process of doing that, so you could be talking to your mobile device, you could be communicating to a kiosk or those kind of things. This is an opportunity to take advantage of APIs that Microsoft's made available to actually handle speech and make it a part of your advanced applications, really. And you start to do some really cool things with this. So if you have any questions around this or anything else around Azure, please feel free to click the link below. We'd be happy to reach out to you and get you some more information. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great day.